developers, coders, vibe coders, or Gen Z coders, alpha coders, uh, they coders, he coders, she coders, whatever you call yourself, front end, back end coders, full stack coders. Welcome back to the channel, and we are going to talk a lot about the vibe coding. What's the trend? How things are going on? What are the things we are missing? What are the things we are uh, going to, if we are going to follow the trend, then how the things are going to be drastic for one's career, for one's product, for one's software, right? And yeah, I have a perfect article for that written. I found that on internet. Plus I have a real life experience in my office, and I'm going to share you about that. Okay, so let's start from what is vibe coding. Vibe coding is simple. If I will say in simple language, then it's writing code, or you can say generating code from AI for your application. Okay, for your application software or anything else, whatever you can say. Now here's a catch, that this vibe coding actually means that a single person, with the use of AI, without writing a single line of code, leave that, without writing a single letter of code from himself, just by prompting the AI, will generate the whole web application, software, SaaS product, PaaS product, or whatever you can say, Android application or desktop application, whatever you can say. He or she is going to generate the whole code with AI just by prompting. Okay, cool. Now the thing is vibe coding is actually possible for now? First question. Second question, if yes, then how much? Means what's the extent, right? Third question, does as a developer we should do vibe coding? Is it good for our career? Like many influencers, many people say today in today's world that low code, no code, low code, no code. Be a type of guy, make your product, market it. Don't have to code that much. Don't be a software developer, whatever you can say. Is it true? These are the questions. Okay. First question answer is that is vibe coding okay. Like every question answer is, you can say no, yes, no, yes. Okay. See, first thing, this vibe coding is not at all possible for industry level applications. Okay. And to prove that, I have a best article for you, and that is this one. Let's just read this. Okay. uh yeah, the rise and risks of vibe coding, a new era in software development. Okay, let's see what it is. In March 25, a peculiar mind virus swept through the programming world. Vibe coding, coined the mysterious XOP wizard Henry. This trend urges developers to ditch the traditional rigor, embrace AI tools, and let the vibes guide their work. Okay. From indie hacker Peter Levels, chaotic, that famous one, okay, famous person who actually made a what to say, a application, whatever, maybe I think it's a game type application, and he actually pulled himself and its application to be famous. Okay, so Peter Levels chaotic fights simulator MMO to a flood AI generated apps. Vibe coding has gone viral. It's fast, it's fun, and it's turning non-coders into creators overnight. But as the hype grows, so do the horror stories. Hacked apps, runaway clouds, build shattered dreams. In this article, we are going to unpack all the things. Right, let's move further. Vibe coding is a mindful mindset shift. Okay, trusting AI like ChatGPT's cursors, DeepSeek to write code from simple English prompts, aligning the need to sweat over syntax or logic, means you don't have to think about the syntax or logic. See, this syntax is the syntax of languages of the all the integrations or React, okay, whatever you can say. This logic he's taking about the fundamental logic, that is business logic, then uh, logic to build a software, whatever we need for integrations for most of the things. Okay, they are referring to. Picture this: you say, make me to do app, and within minutes you have got one. This actually today's AI will do. Okay, to do apps, calculator apps. Okay, it's less about perfection and more about speed, intuition, speed and intuition. Okay, a philosophy that's taken root thanks to pioneers like Peter Levels. Now, let me tell you one thing, that here written it's less about perfection and more about speed and intuition. For to do app, calculator app, it's better than perfection. If you will match it with make human making that same tool. Okay, but the catch is, if you have limited time, right? Like you are giving a human 1 hour and an AI like 10 minutes of prompts. Okay, same thing, the AI will generate, rather AI will generate something or the other better. Okay, let me tell you more. His JavaScript based flight simulator MMO, buggy yet profitable, showed the world that vibes can pay off. Okay, cool. The tools and trend. Okay, powered by tools like V0, Bolt, Windsurf is like Codium. Okay, Codium actually first known as that, means Windsurf first known as that. Vibe coding lets you build MVPs in days, not months. So now, if Vibe coding is possible, you don't have to wait for months to build a software to make it perfect. The UI, the backend, the flow, the security, right? You are not a coder. You are a visionary steering AI to bring your ideas to life. The trend exploded on platform like X, where influencers flaunt their vibe coded creations, inspiring a web of novices and pros like to jump in. Okay, why vibe coding is taking over? Accessibility for all, right? It's true. Large language model is actually accessible to everyone. The appeal is irresistible. Large language models have slashed the barrier to entry. Today, an 8-year-old person with a prompt can outspace a seasoned coder hammering away in Vim. Okay, industry voices like the CEO of Anthropic predict that within a year AI will dominate code writing. Okay, today also he does. He actually dominates from most of the humans in just code writing. But yes, there is again a catch. I will tell you later on. For indie hackers, it's a gold mine. Peter Levels turned a crappy game into a cash cow by selling in a game ads to his massive Twitter audience. Okay. Creative Rush, there is a thrill in vibe coding. Popular stacks like Create, Vue, Next pair seamlessly with LLMs. I don't know what is Next, which thrive on well-documented ecosystem. The result, a flood of apps and SaaS products, often from people who's never touched a production server. It's chaotic, it's creative, and undeniably exciting. Here are two things: undeniably exciting and chaotic. Okay, I will tell you after later on about this. The dark side about when vibes turn so. Real life disaster, but the vibe can crash hard. Consider this X post. Yes, it is quite famous, this post in Twitter. Actually, this is the one, this person is the one who actually boomed this vibe coding, or have contributed in promoting the vibe coding. Okay, you can say it. I don't think people can understand how cheap it is to start as SaaS. What is SaaS? Software as a soft. Sorry, what to say? I'm forgetting the full form. Pro PaaS is product as a software, SaaS is service as a software. Yeah. So Cursor AI, which builds, okay, it's an AI. Versal, okay, Firebase, okay, Stripe, okay. This is either the end of the beginning or the beginning of a new era, SaaS era. Okay, okay. I don't think people understand how cheap it to start. Okay, good, good, good. After some test, a follow up Twitter again from the same guy. Guys, I'm under attacks. Even since I started to share how I built my SaaS using Cursor, random things are happening: maxed out users, API keys, on API keys, people bypassing the subscription, creating random shit on DB, blah blah blah, and lots of things. Let's move further. Means now at first he is happy, now he is in pressure. Okay. Leo's story isn't unique. His SaaS hype to 2 million views crumbled under hackers' attacks. Subscription bypassed, cost soaring. Another five coders lost their app to trolls and ended up back at Popeyes begging for shifts. Okay, Whiteface. The problem is AI lacks context, of course. It generates codes based on AI training data, often public GitHub repos, but doesn't grasp why you need something. Yeah, it's true, it's true. Ask for a secure system, might be skip critical safeguards, plus working code isn't good code. Very much true. Working code isn't good code. Remember this, working code isn't good code. Vibe coded apps might run, but they are really secure, scalable or maintainable. Deploy them publicly and you are rolling the dice. Yeah, true. Okay, so this is the thing. First, you saw some basic things about vibe coding, then some of the creations, then dark sides, white fails. Okay, let's get back to the our board. Okay, now it's a story time and some explanations. Okay, let me tell you a story. Where I work, I have saw an intern. Okay, saw an intern. He's like 30 plus right now, coded for 7 months in the same company. Okay, generally in that company people are actually getting after 6 months of internship full-time offer. Okay, and his tenure is still, means right now the internship is extended from 6 months to 7 months for him. Okay, 7 to 8 months. Now why, can you think? Okay, so let me explain more. He is in a project, okay, with a team. His TL is quite good with both front end and back end. His TL is good, not complaining the management any of anything. His TL is good in managing the team, in managing the codes, in managing the any if any blunder happens. His team actually has the people who also does work in weekends, in overnights. Okay, but now let's get back to that intern part. That intern actually do lots and lots of vibe coding. Okay, the resultant you have heard, he has not been converted from internship to what to say full time right now. I am taking a guess like this. Okay, now I have got lots of complaint about him that he just do vibe coding, but how? And that's an industry based app. Okay, industry industry based app application they are building. Okay, and yeah, that's it. Few weeks ago, and same in the same team, a intern had actually made a UI with full functioning that client asked, and he actually knows good coding. Recently, means last day, that vibe coder had pushed something, taking it from AI, not doing anything from himself, checked locally that his task is running or not, is working or not, and he just pushed the code. Okay. Now, the codes or the UI that intern actually made before him, the vibe coder, just erased off. Okay. So this vibe coder actually coded in the way that whole functionality of that UI actually vanishes. Now, this is a problem. This is a problem, right? Why this is happening? Because he have no knowledge how flow works, how logic works in code properly, how syntaxes works. Okay, yeah, true, but AI should know. You had told right now while reading the article that vibe coding means AI can produce a better code from a normal human, from a regular human. True, but there is a catch. That AI, that AI will never be able to handle your code structure. First thing. Second thing, that AI will not be able to handle that many of states generally a production level code bases have. So that, and second thing, that none of the AIs in today's world have that capability to read, to store, to compute that level of code bases, okay, to that level of repos. Okay. So when he actually prompted the AI to do something with giving some codes to it, AI just computed checked the needs, computed everything from whatever repos or codes he get from the internet. Okay, because of course we are in daily basis, none of the service based company or product based company do something very exciting, something very new, in the industry. Okay, you will get codes in internet similar types, so computed and just delivered to the man, and that vibe coder integrated in the, of course, the repo we are making, I means our company is handling. And surprisingly, not surprisingly, as our his TL is good, he didn't complain. Rather, they reverted things out, sorted things, and made whatever changes is needed. But is vibe coding is applicable in today's world? No. AI will not be able to handle that repo structure which actually a industry level have. Okay, industry level application has. AI will not be able to build anything like that. AI will only able to make codes better in the same file, generate codes for a certain logic, nothing else. Okay. Now, about developers. Is there a career? Yes. Still there is a career for future. Do we need to do vibe coding? No. Do we need to use AI? Yes, that's true. Why? Because this is true that uh, every day you are not going to make certain something that is very new from internet, and you will not get the codes from internet. Plus, uh, that is very exciting. That will actually do lots of brainstorming, and you will be a scientist or a 1% coder. No, that happens with time. Okay. Plus, AI actually made this developer community so fast that if you are not going to use AI for your codes, to generate codes, to learn flows, to learn to for your own self growth, okay, then of course you are not going to speed up yourself, your career growth, your career, and that will lead to disaster. Okay, so do coding, lots of coding from yourself. Do vibe. Do not do any type of vibe coding. Yes, take help from AI. If you are asking anything from AI and AI is generating, make sure that you are getting each and every words explained from him. Okay. Plus how the flow is working. Plus how you can integrate. Plus what are the impacts. Plus uh, what are the impacts. Plus what to say. What are the different area type alternate ways to do same thing. For example, last day I was working upon a integration. Okay, so I was working upon an integration from front end to back end. We have exposed an API for that. Okay, now the thing is that we make generally a common components. Okay, just hear me what I'm saying. Okay, So that common component, I have asked from my some of the seniors that this common component is not taking the header bearer token because we have a different flow. Okay, and what to do? They had provided me the code they are using in their own API, right? In their own code base. But let me tell you one thing, I didn't implemented that. I just learned from it, read the whole code, learned from it, all the aspects, thanks to my seniors, respected, right? Now, from AI also, I learned all the two to three more ways how I can implement that, right? But then I thought I got an insight from my another senior that you cannot call a hook from from a function like you are calling a hook from a component. Okay, so at that time I got an insight, and I thought that many time while integration, same thing happens, and backend also, and in back. See, this is of course from front end side I'm saying. So backend also I have felt so many things that can be optimized. So I have thought that this problem can be optimized because if every time this is happening, then there are solutions for each of their own hooks. And then I researched upon that in the with the AI and internet. And AI then gave me the function name of that hook, means hook, then dot and that function name, right? And you know what? Writing 3 to 4 lines of code, 5 to 6 lines of codes, and making it complex, we have reduced it with into that one line of code, and it's optimized, right? We are not doing again await interceptors and calling. No, we are just using that state, calling the function, and he passes the whatever I need, right? So again, vibe coding is not an option for industry level application. So developers will be needed. Do coding, know all the alternatives, know all the paths, and yeah, we are good to go as a developer. Okay, so that's all from my side. I have shared two experience of mine. We will probably meet in next video. Till then, happy coding.